and get a view of people on we program them.
For you, we come na the studio and welcome we studio guest again Thomas Mokonte as we rightly mentioned we dey look at governance system in 2019 as we dey end the year now. Thomas Mokonte na the executive director of Citizens Advocacy Network and in one civil society organizations we don't talk on plenty issues them na salon especially on human rights issues them na the country and what something we get for do with the governance. Thomas Mo, welcome and good morning, welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning and thank you for having me here. And I want to say good morning to all Sierra Leoneans. Wish we all a happy Christmas in the post 2020 in
Okay,
advance.
okay. As rightly mentioned, we headline we look at governance system in say 2019. When you as civil society, somebody we don't dey follow issues them, what do you make up of governance system inside 2019?
Yeah, well, as you rightly don't say, we don't even follow the governance system in Sierra Leone, and we don't be actively involved in it one way or the other as civil society. Foresee how we will play we role for serve as watchdog to the government in the way they operate. We believe and hold the view in our Citizens Advocacy Network that the governance system of Sierra Leone don't be a mixed bag. A mixed bag in the sense we don't get some inroads so we don't make as a nation, and we get a number of challenges we still need for work on. And that I feel say it's very good that we there this morning for bring out the issues they are so, because not only when we bring them out go make the one and way they at the seats for take policy decisions, able for know waiting the people they really feel, because when we they discuss as civil society we they represent the voice of the voiceless, and when once we articulate whatever we articulate out it represents the masses because we the interface with them one on one. So I feel say it is very important that as we there this morning for discuss the issues also we go there we go do with all fairness and patriotism.
So looking at the issue I will get for the democratic governance, they talk about citizens for get saying certain decision where government they take. So far you think say for a whole year of 2019 that it don't happen?
Well, basically, as I say, we still get a lot of challenges in we governance system, especially the rule of law. What you they make mention of now, so now wherein everybody forgets right, equal right before the law, and nobody never feel superior over the other. When somebody in rights they be violated, there should be recourse for for um, for address that. We still face challenges with that, I must say, because we don't see a number of issues we don't come up with or really threaten with democratic dispensation. I can make mention of one or two instances. We, as an organization, don't follow the democratic process that's Sierra Leone. And when all go agree with me that sometime inside this year we get elections that constituency 110 where the voices of the people were blatantly denied. Broad daylight robbery of the right and the voices of the people. Wherein people will go now the polling stations them peacefully for cast and vote. We see Usai now one of the stations them police and state functionaries in collude for spoil the elections na the station. There are videos, evidence of that all over the place. Not a single arrest was instituted. Not a single prosecution has been made. That is a blatant attack on our democracy. And going forward as a nation, as we go into 2020, I feel say we need for really look into some of the things today because these are things really undermine the principle of the rule of law. Wherein you see at one point in time, police were very proactive to arrest a set of people who were alleged to have committed acts of violence prior to the elections that constituency 110. And on the other hand, you see police refusing to institute arrest even when they were present at the act of violence, vandalization of ballot boxes, ballot materials. You see them refusing, and there was no action taken. We still have cases that are in court, in our judiciary, that are yet to be even heard, that are yet to be even impaneled to judges. You see, these are all the issues where I feel say we need for look into going forward, because these are things we continue for it into wetin we talk about this now, freedom of the people, everybody forgets equal rights. It eats into the rule of law and then get attendant consequences we I hope for talk about as we go further.
So when you look at governance system, what do they look at as a remarkable achievement in governance in 2019?
Well, basically, as I say initially, the government don't get a mixed bag. They don't make some inroads, and of course, they get a number of challenges. One side where I go say government don't make some tremendous progress, I can say that the level of awareness, the level of public knowledge, we don't be actually generated in the issue of fighting corruption, that you can give this government a plus for that. Be it now it is genuine or not. But you feel say there is need for let people know say corruption is something bad and that it cannot be tolerated. It should not be tolerated. Corruption has accounted for the downfall, for the demise of nations, of societies. And that when once people get that in the mind, now today you move around, you will see a lot of people will be free say, hey, they are anti-corruption. Hey, this is corruption. You see that, even the layman. And you see again the passing of the anti-corruption amendment into parliament quite recently. And I don't look into that amendment. I see you get quite a lot of promising provisions. We go actually strengthen the fight against corruption. We hope for going to as civil society very shortly for educate people and all. But I feel say that of course now a progress we don't be made so far by this government. And I feel say they should be applauded for that. Government should be applauded for that profusely. You see, on the issue of freedom of speech and what have you, we see they don't make some step for go and table the 1965 outdated Public Order Act for expunge that criminal and libel aspect of it. Though again, it gets some catch, but the commitment of itself should be applauded, and we want for actually continue for engage that be looked into. We see, of course, though it get challenges, the efforts for bring about free education in the country. We see, although it gets challenges where they come with, but that they should be applauded for.
Okay.
I feel the government should be applauded for that.
Yes,
in this 2019.
they applaud them. We don't mention the stripe of government. How beneficial you think it is to the nation in terms of development?
Yeah, for every decision we government take, either gets advantage or disadvantage to a state. For every decision, be it good or bad, it gets an advantage, it gets in disadvantage. So when I say it is a mixed bag, we don't make progress on one end of the governance system, and we don't get a lot of drawbacks on the other end. We make, as we go into 2020, we believe say government need for make a lot of adjustment. Let we able to get a state way enough for be so blatant, enough for be so outright that certain things then can go unabated, or certain decisions can be taken without regard to the people.
Okay.
You see.
So you talk about corruption, we say that side they don't try in terms of addressing corruption. But you get another hand we would say the corruption they defect, I mean, they get way how they do are we certain people looking for under such category of bringing them to the public, letting out they don't misuse government fund.
Yes, I agree with you on that, and that is why I was very technical for say the fight against corruption, the level of awareness we don't raise, the level of public knowledge we don't be generated is commendable, because the kind fierce way the anti-corruption don't carry out themselves within these 2 years don't make people don't be aware of the robust nature of the commission and how they operate. Although at the Anti-Corruption Commission, like any other commission, getting challenges, I must say. A lot of people hold the view that they're yet for able to show that they are truly committed for fight against corruption in its entirety, because we are yet to see strong commitment from the Anti-Corruption Commission coming in terms of holding people in governance.
Yeah.
We currently hold sensitive positions accountable. We all see quite recently a case of the chief minister, wherein he was alleged to have involved in some kind of shady deal with an international company, where a journalist writes a text message trying for seek clarification from the chief minister himself. That was a corruption allegation. Like any other corruption allegation you don't get over time. That was a blatant case of corruption allegation.
So in that
But,
case, what will be the measures of the anti-corruption?
Well, the anti-corruption, according to the commissioner, then go into the matter, they investigate the matter, and then they come out speedily and say they have not seen anything in that. That creates some kind of ill feelings and some kind of doubt in the minds of people. Knowing the anti-corruption imposture and knowing how anti-corruption blunt actually take up such matters, it really raises a lot of issues. But we also see how the anti-corruption don't invite people from parliament. Although we not able to get it any update on waiting at the status of that particular case there. We see how the speaker, the clerk of parliament was invited, and we see how honorable Tawa was invited based on things that they can see. Now this same studio, where church and concern corruption.
Okay.
So you see, these are all issues. And of recent, we don't see the Auditor General in report.
No report. Okay. Continue for the we'll come back to you, Thomas More Conte, Executive Director, Citizen Advocacy Network. Now in the two inside the studio as we guess, where they look at the governance system for this present administration. As we know, say it's almost 1 year now, and the year 2019 they end. So we look at the system, our government done the work in terms of issues we get to do best practice of governance system. The program we listen to now Good Morning Salon. Don't forget for sending message or comment to the number 077-981-981. Inside the program now, we go for a break.
It's our future. Let's write it.
It's our future. Let's write it.
Salon they develop new national youth policy.
Yes, now Salon government through the Ministry of Youth Affairs and then partner them. Day before, and yourself can join them.
The new national youth policy go guide government and in partner them, support the young people them for the next 5 years, and they want to make it give you idea for develop this policy.
So young people and people we want to see young people develop na Salon can join this process.
If you na young person or want to see young people them na Salon develop, you can add your voice to this process, and for do so na for text the word join to 2018 na Orange or Africell network for free and join new reports.
The new national youth policy na chance for shape the country in future.
The new reports na side for talk but still the way you believe say important for young people them development na Salon.
Make we hear your voice. Involve yourself for develop the new national youth policy. Join new reports and text join to 2018 na Orange or Africell mobile network for free.
It's our future. Let's write it.
Walks of Life is back with the National Achievement Awards 2019 with 38 categories up for grabs. Vote multiple times for your best ministry, best financial institution, best television personality, best performing artist, best. Vote, 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 and keep voting. Now, to vote for your favorite institution or individual, all you have to do is first, download the Awol voting app or the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank mobile app. To enable you to vote online using the app, purchase your vouchers using Africell by dialing *2714#. This enables you to do multiple voting. Also, you could vote via text message using AfriCell only. So to vote via text message, send the short code of your favorite institution or individual to 2713. AWOL National Achievement Awards 2019, happening on 29th December 2019.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and with we at the studio get almost more content in the executive director Citizen Advocacy Network, and today inside the program we will look at the governance system of this present administration inside this year 2019. Continue for the with we inside the program as now we will look at another issue. For air push Lambok business go before Napot local district and self make beginning glad during the Christmas celebration. The by Suba Resort Management Nalonsa for the past 8 years. Don't they organize Christmas party for Pikinem na Marampa I remain the chiefdom. This year, the By Suba Resort Management will organize the ceremony alongside. Also, the proprietor for the By Suba Resort, Franklin By Cargo, say that the plan now for Bill Library for the school them and the two chiefdom them. Well, Alex Lawrence Koroma begin at this program and gonna report.
From 2011, the management of the By Suba Resort, Nalosa, were headed by first-term Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Franklin By Cabo, and in late wife, Mrs. Irene Cabo, don't they organize Christmas party every December 25 for school Pikine na Marampa and Romain the Chiefdom inside Potsloko district, usai negi school material them and self-feed Pikine na the district. But how this idea been begin? First-term Attorney General and Minister of Justice, we now a private legal practitioner, Franklin By Cabo explain.
This idea na mi wef conceive some 8-9 years ago for say we get for try and instill in Rupikinde na the Marampa and Rumende chiefdom community a sense of appreciation for education, for let we inspire them, for let them go able to stay in a school and appreciate the value where education gets. So this na the 8th year we don't do this, and we think say it don't become family, the Christmas agenda of them to chiefdom. Yeah. This one this year in particular, I dedicate them to my wife, Irene Yalol Kagbo, where God take on the 25th of June this year. Today make them 6 months complete, where God call them to inside. Even for leg for continue, if you've been there alive.
Frank Cabo say, na about 1,000 Pikinem be benefits for the support for this year.
The Pikin will get ticket, na about 620, and then we get the community stakeholders. Also, we get about 700 people them. But as you can see, the one within outside the gate, they're equally plenty. So we oblige for the serve both the one with the inside and the one with the outside. So also we're looking at possibly 1,000 people. The idea now for keep the interest in education. So now education and materials them what they do. This year, unfortunately, we're not able to do backpacks. But last year we did. This year, because of the open door way they can meet me, we give them at least 4 exercise books, 4 to 6 pens, 4 pencils, marula, erasers, and so on. Something with basic, we go begin teach them for learn how for write. As you hear from motivational speakers, the whole thing is for keep their interest or ignite their interest by education.
Frank Cabo continues say, part for the plan for push book learning go before na the two chief from them. Then the plan for build library for the school picking them na Lonsar.
Every year they improve. Next year we go do the backpacks again and some 10. Half of them go get tablets them. Things they don't tend follow, they move up to the IT age. We communities them. Next year, with the hopes here we'll be able to give out some tablets. And next year also, we don't decide, say, we're going to give scholarships in addition to the distribution of school materials. And eventually, we are going to put up a library because when they distribute textbooks, they show them more and so on. They spread the knowledge enough. But if we put them in one location where the people can get access for the go and use the material, it will be a fantastic something. So they think along their lines then.
Abdul Karim Koroma, now the member of parliament for constituency 070, na Marampa chiefdom inside Potsloko district. He be encourage the school picking them will benefit from this support. for work tranga one so that them go be better people na the society.
Today, una na the pikin them. Tomorrow, na una they occupy them places there we will occupy. But how una will occupy them spaces there? Now for appreciate what it they do for una and una work hard, very hard, for let una attain this level. Now na the importance of this occasion here. And I'm proud for the Cargo family. Simply because for Mr. Cargo for even get them structures there, Naya, he thinks say Naya he grow up, Naya he come out, Naya make he say he been wear the uniform we una wear so today. So to ram na a pay back into this community. Na a motivation for let una know say yes, people the day where they think about una, and then people the day they're very hard for come back. I tell you, not all this fire no more. God don't bless na this community. Demboku, where God don't bless na this community. But God church in heart with him wealth for say, so we think of the young ones there, so that we will get a way where would they rejoice with them, where would they play with them at such a time. Where would they give them something where they will ever they remember we, even if them people there go don't pass away tomorrow, as we all get for pass.
But waiting the beginning, think about this support. I've been talked to some of them.
I see boys primary school loan sir. Almost easy. I thank God. I bless you how give the gift. They help me great.
My name is Yambo Lydia Amalata Conte. I am attending the Our Lady of Guadalupe Primary Schools. I thank them very much. Some books and some pen and some reader book. I want to thank them for everything they have done for us. I promise that I will pass the NPSC.
My name is Nancy Adikali Kamara. I attend Our Lady of Guadalupe Primary School, sir. I feel fine and I'm happy with what they do for me. I want to tell them thank you what they don't do for me.
Me name Mary Conte. Na me na the proprietor for this school, Akilet International Pre-Primary School Orphanage Loshar. I want to tell you by Suba thank you for this great support here where they give to them picking there, because them picking there na orphan picking there. So if they can't give them this support here, I get for tell them thank you, because they go happy today, because they don't get parents there where they provide them thing they have for them. So if by Suba can't make it today possible for provide this thing they have for them picking there, I'm glad I tell them thank you. May God continue for bless them.
This year Christmas party for the school picking them na the two chief from them. We begin with memorial mass for member the late Mrs. Irene Kabo, who died June this year, and plenty paddy, fumble and well wisher them been come out different parts of the world for come support this event. Na Lonsar inside Potloko district for the Society for Radio Democracy. Alex Lawrence Kuruma, the report.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalight, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go na Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
Here is a special public notice from the Office of the Commissioner General (NRA) on payment of tax arrears. The National Revenue Authority has commenced the collection and recovery of all arrears of taxes from all defaulting taxpayers due up to 31st December 2019 financial year. These include corporation, trade, profit taxes, pay as you earn (PAYE) tax, goods and services tax (GST), payroll taxes due from foreign workers, withholding taxes, customs and excess duties, non-tax revenues, and any other payment due to the authority. The general public and all business houses are hereby advised to settle all tax and non-tax obligations with the authority immediately. Enforcement actions have begun. These include, but not limited to, sealing of business premises, auction of goods and assets, prevention from traveling in and out of Sierra Leone, prevention from clearing goods through the ports, third-party recovery, imprisonment, and court action. Be further reminded that all outstanding tax obligations are subject to interest and penalties from the due date to the date of payment, including cost of enforcement. Therefore, to avoid financial losses and disruption of business activities, you are advised to pay your taxes in any of our offices in Freetown and the provinces through any commercial bank in Sierra Leone. You have been warned by order of the Commissioner General.
The program na Good Morning Saloon we come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. If you just join we today inside the studio, we get Thomas Mokonte, Executive Director, Citizens Advocacy Network. We look at governance inside 2019 as the almost end now. And you can be part of the program by way you can send text message to the number 0779819881. 0779819881, a number for text, and be part of the program Good Morning Salon. You go on our Facebook page and drop your comment. We will bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Musa is coming on my name.
And Sapti Ukalon.
I come to you again, Thomas Mokonte. Earlier you've been to talk about government strive for control corruption and the benefit we get to the nation. Going further, what do you think say government for put in place for ensure say what you say continue?
Going forward, I feel say government for be true to their words and for actually live up to the expectations of the people. Before we go into the break, I will talk about the Auditor General report will just come out. The Auditor General report will just come out not in any way consistent with all the promises, all the proclamations where this government don't make about being transparent and accountable.
But when you look at the Auditor General's report, according to the public relations officer, not only get for do with the activities of this government, but you get for do with even the past administration.
The Auditor General report largely deal with this administration, the year 2018, and most things that were inside the Auditor General report really contradict what government actually promised people of this country of being a new direction. For instance, for let we get a case wherein 141 billion loans they go unaccounted for. Even if no matter who side they apportion the blames, but this government is largely responsible because it is President Bio that is in governance and that they have assured Sierra Leoneans of providing an accountable and a transparent state. The Auditor General make mention of other areas where this government don't err. For instance, when they make mention of the Ministry of Information, this government, upon assumption of office, the president make a presidential order banning people from employment. According to the Auditor General report, the Ministry of Information employ 12 staff, and then 12 staff they receive salary where they be a huge sum of money from the consolidated fund without recourse to the president in executive orders we don't give.
So in terms of you just say for the Auditor General's report, this present government should be blamed. What about the past one that were involved also in this report?
Oh, definitely. But what I say
so who are them for blame in that area then?
This particular Auditor General report don't largely deal with this administration. That is one thing I want to say very clearly. And the fact that that is one thing that make us become sick again, and they make a lot of Sierra Leoneans become sick. Continuous playing of politics with everything that happen at the state. You know the hell. When something happen, you want to blame it on this, on blame it on that. People should be able to take responsibility for their challenges and try to make amends going forward. Okay. But when once you want to make justification or you want to shift the blame at every given time, it is send a message that you are not prepared to make amends, or you want to play on the heart and minds of people. And sadly, Sierra Leoneans don't become now more aware than any other time. You cannot continue to blame the past administrations for challenges they face in this administration, even 2 years down the line.
Okay, now we'll look
So when we talk about the Auditor General report, over the time we don't get damning reports. Even under the last administration, Auditor General Blank give damning report. This is the first report that has come out since this government came. Though it take, in fact, the length of time we even take for it come out. Now, we say we self beget issue with. Who almost want for write a letter to the Auditor General.
Okay, now the Auditor General's reports now the latest. We don't come up before we go before the holiday come in. You don't go through the Auditor General's reports.
Of course, I don't go through a huge portion of them. It decided what me don't read, where I don't see, we don't be actually, we don't come out very clear to me. As you see, especially the area for do it unaccounted money, them we don't come in, where the Auditor General don't find out say they misplaced and they cannot be accounted for. We cannot say they have been stolen. You understand? Because when the Auditor General pull report, you know they should say they don't thief money or what have you. But for the fact that they cannot account for them, it sends a message that there are problems, especially from a system that has promised Sierra Leoneans of being accountable, of having all the professionals, of doing due diligence. We see how this government come in, do massive sackings because they say people are not competent for different positions. Square pegs, we are in round holes. In the last administration, that is what they say. And then they say to people. We expect now that the competent people are in our office for able to carry out themselves with the level of professionalism where Auditor General not go do in audit. They will get a whooping sum of 141 billion loans they lost, not able to account for under this kind of hardship which people are going to the country. So you see the level of the inconsistency in what's in the happen.
So in the Auditor General's report, what didn't catch your attention or your organization attention, not the old reports?
Of course, what you don't catch almost every salary attention at the money. the money matters. It gets a lot of other issues there where it raised, where I feel say we get some concerns them about. But the money matter. The Auditor General, I will tell you over time, the most important thing where people can for look at waiting at the level of transparency and accountability in terms of fiscal management. When we talk about fiscal management, in terms of managing the resources of the state. Because that is the primary reason why audits need to be done. For know how the money they will come in, how money come in, how they spend them, and how the one they will spend the money able to account for them. That's not the one of the primary reason for audit. And what it come out clearly is that there is some kind of serious problem of resources where they're not able to account for.
Okay.
To the tune of 141 billion loans. So the idea of saying it was some portion of it was in the past administration and this administration is of no moment to us. What we are presenting here is there should be a system in place to account for resources, okay, especially under an administration that has promised us transparency and accountability.
Okay.
And now that we go through stiff economic hardship.
Continue for the between name Thomas Mokonte and Ina, the Executive Director, Citizen Advocacy Network, and inside the program today, where they look at the governance system for this area of this present administration. The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and now inside the program, we they look at another issue. For no waiting relating anything but the different program though don't they do inside this year 2019. We reported them, Kabi and Khalifa to Conte. We work on a different side in Africa and get the view of people on the program then we ready democracy they do.
una dey perform well. So at least we need more improvement from una. Like we can watch, we want to see on television, something like that. Cause my favorite radio station really there is 98.1. I like to get me information there. Most back one for you. So we say the pray God, let God make possibility for una able to improve and let una see on television there, or they see on a program there, or like George or no they say the action if anything they go on, something like that.
I'm a peaceful citizen of Sierra Leone. Radio Democracy will appreciate them from 2018 to 2019. Yeah, so we vital talk the way we say quality, yeah, one more like let them improve more than the facilities them. Sierra Leone, we got Bakutin when they say na righteous talk there. Anything na righteous thing we any Sierra Leone we ask right now. They tell you say na Radio Democracy is not for the listing any money because I know more the list we are na courage them for Sierra Leone, either good or bad. I don't know more we can listen. We man can appreciate. I not say what possible, but for me because beaucoup Sierra Leone and particularly Freetown. All my anybody who are listening good news, we want to listen good message, and they say na Radio Democracy. So like me, na number one democracy radio station right now inside Sierra Leone. So thank you.
Okay, like me, so now me na Ibrahim Sise. Me wait I like for Radio Democracy. I like that the information and monitor we then can give it before ever person they go work. Then we then they so I can like that program they bad. So me na the only message that the way me get forgive. Me then add. As for me, as for now, I know say they get for add something back, but as for me for now, I okay with what they do for now. I they give una 90% out of 100. Okay, now the all that. Now thank you.
Work in listing. Back I should say the radio can do on a tear sleep. Yeah, I can listen the owner program on the set we the youth them back. You know, let me say 90.
Mommy can listen on a program in anyway every month. Fine. Always I can listen 98.1. 100%. And all the program they are like because I listen every morning. I listen. Where is a place I can listen now.
Mostly, I like for the listening Radio Democracy because they can talk about more issue impressing to the nation. Especially one program they way they can call Good Morning Salon. Every day I can listen to them program and they. Well, then for improve on the, for example, the coverage. Let go upline, let people learn overside, then get the facility. That then listen to the facility who we say they enjoy in the city. Radio Democracy they do a very good work, you know.
Opinion on the station that this one they try, or don't try. Now Democracy Radio Station, we appreciate them so much for the good work you do. And we hope so now will continue for the good program. More for this Good Morning Salon, and at least now make some two improvements in our listening. Like sometimes can they request the one can ask questions in the studio. Sometimes some I don't know, but can look some bias in the like ask questions. The time frame can give some people for respond to the questions. Then it can be some bias. So at least not try for improve on that.
In my opinion, about Radio Democracy, they do well. They advocate for we youth, say they advocate for the nation, talk about the economy, but they talk based on. Or for say back up the politician, they talk with the politician and they do right. What they do right, they talk out. What they do right, and they talk out. Bad and they do and they talk out. I think, in my opinion, they do good job. But to me, like Radio Democracy come 2020, I'd expect them to talk more based on the economy. Let the politician improve the lives of people in the country.
I'm a Fanta conductor, I'm a marketing officer. Yes, I listen on 98 because they get very good program every morning. Then program they make we know Bokutin about the country. Then program they teach you a lot for we the youth them for being strong and know we right and know what they happen at the country. More especially I like the Good Morning Sierra Leone and the post way I like more na Sambola. I love his voice, I love the way he talk and the way he can present certain program. You they see some amount of true. You they see and like that kind journalist way not they condole certain things. They out there for give good information about the country.
Animal Mami Bangwa. I'm a student in a law department for the college. Yeah, I can listen to the morning program and especially that morning program actually it can bring current news in, you know, and 98.1 news and they broaden the understanding of issues to people in this country. That understanding also broaden the people so aware of things that happen. So everybody almost can stay glued to that radio station for ensure and get the current happenings that really happen in the country. Sambola. Now man, Sambola can just make the news fantastic. And as my James Kison, I can always hear on top of situation where they interview people, you know, it make things very clear. I like intriguing questions the way they ask. It force people people for talk really waiting people for understand, because we ask leading questions, it gets the somebody with the interview for talk we make the people in doubt for me to understand clearly.
Elias Audu. Always, I'm actual news now that I like for listen. First of all, I like ask my James because they give me correct news there. I like them program them because I correct something the way they give people the way they go throughout the country. Correct news there.
So almost o'clock, 19:21.
7:30 to 9 o'clock. Then they start 7:30, then do 9 o'clock. Then I like more like the people that can interview there. Then Khadija, Mabel.
Yeah, my name Amida Kunze. I do cake, listen to 98. One, I like them program. Then I like the person back who can do back the program. Asma James, I like Wani. Then I like even the nobody interview myself. I like him.
My name is Dr. Abs Dumbuya. Then I the Dorothy Springer Trust as the Chief Executive Officer and the Chairman for Fitan Cheshaho. I always listen to 98.1 because they give me current news, they give me factual news, the interviews are superb, they're excellent, and of course, as a disabled person, they give me a platform where we self-able for air with your voice. We then get a program every Thursday way now we own challenge. So now a great station for listening to. Madam Yeno, Princess, of course, Asma, Khadija, and the most investigative journalists, of course, Michael Sambola, Mabel, all man are like the station.
I mean, Ibrahim Bango of the Auditor General. I listen to 98.1 because they give very good news and updates. I don't know more about the country. I like everyone at 98.1 because all I know about like everybody at 98.1.
Me na Mrs. Lomkin, me na businesswoman. Every day I listen to 98.1 because I like the news of them. They give current news. Every morning when I come at me radio, I listen to current news. I like 98.1. Na station I like for when can I like the station. Because they give current news and they give beaucoup about the country. Yes, and they get more idea. So now for that, all the workers then are 98.1. They all are me mama, are me sister, are me uncle, are me brother, are me picking them. I like them all.
Well, then they are different people them they give their opinion on radio democracy program them. We don't do INSAI year 2019 and a series we continue for sound the views of different people them for tell what we don't do INSAI 2019 we need for improve, we need for maintain. The program na Good Morning Salon we come to you from 98.1 FM.
Better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Union Salon Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all love but not alone. Boko no kenema, we de. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we de. Jala free town loan sa, we de. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, na salona for me and you. Union Salon Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy. 98.1, simply the best.
Higher level when we representing. One thump on the mix. No joke, man, tell you this. Hard wave records. I find bubble them like we. Now then they rush us. All them slay mama slay queens. Now then they rush us. Fine bubble them like we. Now then they rush us. All them slay mama slay queens. Now then they rush us. One day with the jeep and the sports car. Now then they rush us. We the eat chicken is like keke. They still they rush us. Baby me, baby you. Nothing gonna come between us.
the catch for himself for nothing. He only know they work on a net for nothing. God know they put on for any party.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy 98.1, simply the best.
As Papa God show me the watch, I just stay watch time. Yeah. And I know say body bad day, this year I go shine. Hey, so Kabaka call me and say, na me turn for sign. Hey, boy, oh, nyaje, alhamdulillah. I know Papa open me way, oh. I know, Papa me break, oh. I know, me bloody hot, oh. I know, oh, I know. I say take on the fame, oh. I know, make it to rain, oh. I know I'm
twice ice on the beat. I want flower to your visa. Take a judge, want to buy a pizza. Cruise around town inside the beamer. Buy a ring for the finger, make the missus buy. See, I want to go a visa. Take a judge, want to buy a pizza. Cruise around town inside the beamer. Buy a ring for the finger, make the missus buy. Missus buy. See, it's candy, yeah. I said, why they hold me out where you know say you know want them? You they like by me, you must fast like Bobo Bantam.
Yes, indeed, that now series of mix by the DJ inside the studio as we still in the festive season with the local issues, but we still the shake body. The program now Good Morning Saloon we come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As if you just join, we still get Thomas Mokonte, the Executive Director, Citizens Advocacy Network. We don't look at different issues them inside the studio. We don't look at corruption. We don't look at the audit reports. One of the most talk about issue inside the year 2019 are the issue of bread and butter. Our civil society organization or civil society representative now the studio. What thing you make up of the issue of bread and butter? We don't be like a common phrase now, Salon.
Well, the issue of bread and butter naturally affects everybody, even me and you within the studio right now. You understand? Because even if you get you salary, you be well paid. But if you neighbor or you fumble, the face challenge, it will be a burden on you as well. And we will affect whatever you get in your hand. And I feel say that's now one big challenge with this government face. You look at the Auditor General in reports where a report will take place inside 2018. But in 2019, we still face the challenges of economic hardship. And we hope that as we go into 2020, things will get better.
Okay.
And that policies then we governments will really adopt will be policies then we really geared towards strengthening we economic power as a nation and for reduce this hardship on the nation. I feel say that's not the most important thing we this government will do going forward as we go into the 2020 now.
So looking at the Auditors General report, I take you back there. You say you don't read them very well, and the capturing thing about not the money. But you able to know for say in the last Auditors General report, there was a cash loss of 400 billion of the past administration, and this present one just they talk about 141 billion and so. So if you want to do a comparison, I mean, if you want to talk about misappropriation of fund, I mean, if you want to do unfairly, I mean, look at 400 billion and 141 billion. Also, exactly, you will say there is a cash loss of misappropriation.
Well, I don't want to go into the comparison between the
because I don't emphasize say focus largely on this present administration.
Oh yes, I don't want for go into comparison between the past administration and the current administration, because if you look at the Auditor General report, there is no comparison between the two. Government, na continuity, and I want for we actually imbibe that, even people in our government. The idea of beginning to compare within the last Auditor General be pulled in terms of unaccounted resources and waiting them pull in this case is of no moment.
No, but if
what we present to the people here is we want a system of government that will be accountable, trustworthy, and transparent. Even if now 100 million this government has will not be able to account for, we for call them out and ask that it is accounted for.
So
the idea of let's agree that, as we say, the last Auditor General report be pulled $400 million or what have you missing in the last administration. They don't make the 140 million, the 140 billion missing in this administration correct.
But the Auditors General report cover both past, administration and this present one also. Do you know what me compare? That means say it's very important for let people know also say the one that will be there before now this happen and the one that will do there now also now this.
So which area of the past administration?
But you self don't agree say largely it cover this, but the other one they also involved that the past one there. And when be talk, you don't talk about present and current.
So what did they say?
So my point what they make, if you want to compare, you want to emphasize about cash loss of the Auditors General report. You will compare 400 billion to 141 billion.
So the Auditor General say the last administration have 400 billion.
You get record, you they follow, just like how you have to follow the Auditors General report. Now so we have the also follow.
The Auditor General reports where we get.
That the one where you
the
get.
one where we get, we come out. The Auditor General report we out. Make mention of 141 billion unaccounted for.
So you get the last previous one. No, that they talk about the previous one. Don't say this
no,
one day inside there.
You cannot mix the previous Auditor General reports to this report.
Because you so much.
These are two separate reports.
Obviously, I know that are two separate reports.
So I understand the point you are coming from. The idea of beginning to compare what been happening in the last administration to what is happening here now is what we want to discourage at CAN. Because that is why people voted this government into office. This government promised Sierra Leoneans that they are going to be accountable, they are going to be transparent, that they have all the experts. In fact, that was why they go into a sacking spree, sack thousands of Sierra Leoneans from their jobs, that they are incompetent, they were not employed through the right processes and procedures, and that they are bringing in people who get the expertise, the IQ, for carry out them things they are
all entire we mentioned.
So
things are possible.
For let the report come out, I don't know, then we get 141 billion missing or unaccounted for. Now they say we cannot continue to dwell on this. Now so they will be do today. They will say
Thomas More, you think so all entire we mentioned accountable, this present administration get all the experts. You think say all that will be actualized within this year we did all for?
Oh, of course.
Why you
for
think
every
so?
year when report come out, if it's good, it is in the interest of the people of this country.
Okay,
if it is bad, then it will affect the country negatively. So whatever the government they put in, be it from the professionals they will get, be it from the president, or we all they are civil society or journalists, whatever, it impact the country in success for every calendar year.
Continue for the between them.
So I feel say it's all entire so very necessary.
Okay.
Now 2 years don't go so.
Okay.
We will go into the third year.
Okay, continue for the between Thomas Mokonte, in the Executive Director Citizens Advocacy Network. The program like Good Morning Salute, and inside the program now we go for a break.
They causing confusion.
But this confused me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in World Solid. Look in block them where them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen. Me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country, when a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. you go get Dangote 42.5 R cement. Now all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
The program Good Morning Salone continue, and we look at another issue. The Executive Director for Foundation for Development, Tholama Suma, say for make Salone achieve sustainable development, the country for engage in farming and manufacture the team them with people in the use of the country. He talk more to Musa S. Kamara inside this interview.
Foundation for Development now an NGO we as youth them establish for CC we embark on the mission where we say making Sierra Leone self-sufficient and independent. This will mean say we want for CC Sierra Leone get enough of voting in the use and then stay away from the dependency on other nations.
When you look at Salone, plenty things we use now imported. You think about motka now imported. Most when you make motka, most of the food we eat now imported. In which form? Dependency in which form? Insufficiency?
We all know say in 1961 then so we don't get independence, but now they just been limited to political independence. We today we believe say we're largely dependent on the West. Even this microphone we use for record me like how you say. So we want to see how best would they organize with people, Sierra Leoneans for CC we embark on production and manufacturing. Because of we not the produce, we not the manufacture, that is why we depend on other people for what would they use. Today what I can tell people say Sierra Leone can produce and manufacture. Plus, people they say it's very difficult. Yes, it is difficult, but not as difficult as people they think. Me believe say today we all know about Kelvin Doe, right? We then say do that radio thing. If today we sit on a radio democracy, they will tell people say we want Sierra Leoneans to come out. Possible we will make mobile phone, possible we make radio station, possible we make book or other things. Would they see hundreds or if not millions of Sierra Leoneans who they come out say we can do it. So we want to see how best would they encourage those people and try to see how government as well they come in and try to see we support some of them people there for produce for we what they use as Sierra Leoneans.
You talk about self-sufficiency, let's alone able to produce within use in every aspect of life. Even government, they in control of state resources. No make statement like this for say what do they grow now with the eat too much can how they make with everything how they make no go that direction it. Not this present government, not even the past government. You know how they come with this plan. Somebody will say, how possible could this be?
Yes, the possibility now is most people can look at. People, like I don't say earlier, it is not as difficult as people then perceive. Why I can talk now, the people they tell me say, we want to make Chinese man then come and can produce for we rest. I can tell them how many foods Chinese man get, how many hands they get. You understand? Them problems that would they face them like how you say, simply because of we mindset. Everybody get a mindset say, we for receive donor, we for receive food from other people. Now you make government, past government and current government not look concentrate on that one they yet. So me for bring this today, no mean say now totally a new thing. Now something other people don't do before now. With all man they admire today, say America, China, and this and that on advance. Now some of them things they had to embark on. So like ideas they keep pop up. You understand? So me take and say this now the only way we can develop. If government here am now, then people think say yes, this is not good idea. Don't go take them and try for implement them.
So with this you plan, what are some of the activities them way this organization don't they do for achieve what you talk about?
So what we don't do one for narrow and force to agriculture, because agriculture now one of the sectors them way they produce for people and we say and say agriculture now a catalyst for any development process. So we don't start first now agriculture. We try to see how best we support farmers across the country. We support them for CC. They embark on agriculture, then go back to farming, because we don't see even food when we even rice when we staple food today. You go to the last village now with my rest and they eat. We want to say no, this is not correct. Let's go back to the farms and try to produce for the country. Let we get enough food as Sierra Leoneans. Then let we see how best would they able to develop the agriculture sector. How would they able to encourage the agriculturists for let we produce abundant food for the country and move forward.
How far don't go with this agriculture thing?
The agriculture thing, we start at a village called Mapang, where they local some chieftain, but local district will try to support them for go cassava, where they don't go over 50 acres of land, and we also support them with vegetables for seeing the community able, feed itself and then get enough food. But we don't also try for CC. We establish with branches across the country because we believe so we're not able to concentrate on one side. We are in the other side and they draw what things they happen at the other side. So one for see how best to concentrate on the entire country so that the country will grow simultaneously.
So how far do expand?
We don't go over half of the country. We don't at about 9 districts where we don't try for establish the organization. We'll get teams then they now for CC. They engage the farmers then they and for encouragement.
How large them farmers who do we talk about?
We not get a limit of the farms. We want to see how best, because right now we not get the necessary resources. So we want to see how best would they encourage the
Well, that na the executive director for Foundation of Development, Holoma Suma, we be the talk to Usman Kamara Usa Ise for make Salon achieve sustainable development. The country for engage farming and manufacture team them where people they use in the country. The program Good Morning Salon they continue.
And we continue to look at more issues inside the program. The Black Hole Road community na one pan the community them way they behind pan development na Freetown. One main reason the high rate of dropouts from school. This make inside 2018 two young businessmen them na this community, Mohammed Ali Kama. We get the Mohammed Ali Fashion Boutique and Abdul Ai Kurma. We get the Mujan partnership being decided for give school material them and feed the picking them. We say the chief executive for the Mohammed Ali Fashion Boutique, Mohammed Ali Kama say now bought 75 million they use for this year support. Alex Lawrence Kurma been did there and we're gonna report.
Now the second term this, where the Muhammad Ali Fashion Boutique and the Mojan Partnership Children's Foundation, they feed and give book learning material them to pick them na the Black Road community as part of the every December 26 support to the community. Abdul Aiko Roma, now the owner for the Mojan Partnership, where they import chocolate from Turkey, he talk about how them begin for give this support.
I be able to go school. Me on small restaurant mama they put for me. Me say get other people picking what they share with that food day. That kind of inspiration day in me. So when I come free time, I can open this my business place we call Mojan Partnership. Inside get your own Mohammed Ali Fashion Boutique. I see we get similar characteristics. We are in. I see people they can't run for help. As some say they don't know. So now say oh man, Lord merge so that we'll make a big platform that more people will benefit. Not just when they come say they are helping me. I get college fee, I get secondary school fees. We help that individual help them. But we make a platform. We able to give back to the community, what you gain from them. From that start now, we start in a football format. We play games on a Sunday because of winner business people. Then past Sunday now we get time for play, and then we look at and say we start bit by bit. Now we say okay, last year we said do something for just draw the community session. Say yes, we said they have to do business now, but we want to give helping hand, and so we start the whole thing. Now we form partnership. We say okay, now call them a children's foundation who add the Mohammed Ali Fashion Boutique and the Mojan Partnership Children's Foundation.
Abdul Aikoma explain how them be select some part picking them we benefit for this year support.
We look at other social clubs and then at the community. So we write them. Say, inner help we with still picking them from class 1 to class 6. For una say na own club membership people and they will go help at the community. And then we get done with them. Thereafter, because the program wide, we do random selection. Just random selection. We say use last day, identify you and do that selection day for you to get the entire number we want. Now first we want focus. The entire Black Hole community we involve other subsection areas and we all call them, they all come around. And plan for extend wide, countrywide. Every year we multiply. Last year we do 500, this year we do 1,000. Probably next year, na times 2, this number will do. So that we're able to know, say, what you would try for pursuing at the community, na education. Priority.
Mohammed Ali Kamara, now the Chief Executive Officer for the Mohammed Ali Fashion Boutique within a Black Road. He said this support now forgive trend to the government free quality education program and for pushing community go before.
We don't do this support. This is now the 2 years now. Any year Ukindwan, and we do this support the president initiative, free quality education. So we serve the support the community, the picking them. Now we serve few boogie contribution to the free quality education. And we say our fit say picking them this community who need more like other school material who the government will provide for them. We serve cars business people them for support and help. And the picking them now a feature tomorrow. So and if we support, we help them, we believe say tomorrow we this community will get a better picking there for present and help this country. We get school bag, exercise book, textbook there, everything who concerns school material. Don't we get picking the way they take yearly, who they pay attention for get good results like 10. 5 boys, 5 girls, who they take yearly, who they monitor them, pay for them, then get lesson, give them school material, uniform, shoes, other things them, who are responsible for school.
Muhammad Ali Kamara continues to say, now about 1,000 Pekinum benefit from this year's support, even though now about 500, then we don't get to the list.
Actually, we cater for 500, but you know we get 500 exact. But we make food for 1,000, and we see say we will give them all enough and they satisfied and get the food, and they appreciate everything we do. The budget will make now 75 million. We will raise and through membership, and we not get support for nobody. And this trip they still ask to the plead. So please. The parastates are the only around we because we not go on the call person name and not feel offended. We ask for help and support. We still do to now. We know say we not get to now schedule now end of year make we not able to yes. But we know say the next one we will do next year we not go do it way because this not a date for we the 26th and the December 26th we do this with the community people.
Some party comrades where them picking and benefit from this support. Been talk about what they think, but the help where them picking don't get.
I mean to say 11F coconut farm. Maybe picking last year so 18. I just then I'm working place now. I meet people like that. What's up there? That I say they picking they don't put a program where they don't give them back, shoe, clothes. Then go show them back uniform. Well, I know most of putting them. When me not able to provide as man for me picking them, this program when they come and pick me picking them, I get 3 picking right now. But the 2 way them pick, alhamdulillah, then they fed all kind of way for let themselves succeed. And the program back ready this year, back where I didn't host and go call me. When say happen, they say we picking them one season. We picking them will be take last year 2018. Where I go there back, I'm not going to tell like wait till they don't give me the back there where they don't give me. I know able watch it inside I know wait who's value where you get.
My name is Salema Tudumbuya. I did 10 big coconut farm. I'm glad I appreciate so waiting me brother than they do for the community for every comrade way certain side pick they were not able than they do. Last year they did the same thing and this year more than what happened last year.
I'm about to say I did for you query. Me now want for the parents really picking me can win. Like last year, if we can't stand a chance, but you not be able to succeed. But this year, we can't stand a chance. Then get people back. But Boja partnership and Muhammad Ali Fashion Boutique. They try for we because this year like me on picking so now number 1 way they don't pick for get scholarship. Then go able pay for our class 1 and they in there.
I been saying we also talk to somebody school picking them. We benefit from this support.
As I to say, City Kingston Primary School, pen, calculation, book, ruler, with it. I feel fine. I have to.
My name is Junisa. I attended the Fagos Junior Secondary School. I from 1. I give me books, calculator, pen, and other things. I be need them, but pass the go by them at some. But I feel good. They don't can give me a free one. I just want to tell the thanks. But they do a great thing.
My name is Ali Kamara, Government Modest Junior Secondary School. From 1, feel good and happy. I tell the thanks. Next year, I may do the same thing back. Thomas Monsige, together from 2. Bag, book, pencil, and calculator, chop back. So I tell the thank you for that way they do. Let God bless them. Let God make, let add more. Then they do to pass down there.
According to Muhammad Ali Kamara, then get plan for support other development projects them. We make now then they ask other institution them for put on for them project so that they go able to push development na the Black Code community. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Alex Lawrence Kuruma, the report.
We continue to look at more more issue inside the program. Every year, the APC party, they all out in Abure Beach for bringing the member them together. Also, the National Organizing Secretary for the APC, Mohammed Dodo Bangora, said the reason we make the organizers peace outing for bring peace na the party. Mohammed Dodo, na the organizing secretary for APC party, he talk more inside his interview to Mange Mansari.
Well, this outing now the second edition of the peace outing where we hold will be organized last year, December 8th, at Abure Beach. This outing now they bring the entire membership of the APC together. Despite all what's in the hub, one for consolidate with position and make the membership know say the party they with them, the leadership they with them, for make we able to understand ourselves better. And I make we all and back this year at the same venue, Bue Beach, on the 28th of December. That na Saturday coming.
Okay, so but now more look at preparation we Unado actually do.
Well, the preparation na ongoing process until the day, and we believe say we don't do a lot. The entire nation knows say the APC they come back with this very important outing where the whole world, in fact, in general, they know say we hold this outing. And we are ready, and the announcement they go on, because this outing with the leader and chairman, where the former president, Dr. Ernest Boykoroma, go there in attendance. The former flag bearer, when Samura Kamara, in safe, go there in attendance. The deputy chairman and leader, Minka Lumansare, he go there in attendance. The Secretary General, they all go there in attendance.
Well, from people that this outing will get that momentum, like last year, the way how it starts.
The outing, I believe, say the publication will don't go out. It passed the last year one because it don't go cut across the country. Everybody, people in the come offline self for camp. Where tickets they don't buy and all self offline. Longer tickets they don't send offline. I think then they do. It's in the process.
Waiting at the people, the membership, how they do accept her, and how the message don't go across about this outing.
Well, the message don't go across the country, and the entire membership of the party don't accept her. You will see all over the city, we get billboards, we get wall bills, announcement, they go jingles. It is all over.
With a title peace outing, volume 2, we see the one way they do last year. But you feel say this one was sufficient for bringing peace. Now the party as when I don't tag and say peace outing.
Well, the party is already peaceful. Now consolidate, we want for bring together and for make we ascertain the peace way we get for continuum, or let we understand ourselves better. We understand ourselves better for face the challenges, and particularly come 2023 for let the APC come back to power or win the next election. The message to every party member and the country as a whole is that APC business, now all man business, irrespective of whatever you say, because they out here who they all. Now then we can get change of minds, even though you know they with the APC. But I believe say if you can't participate, you can't enjoy. You mix with we in a very peaceful way, where would they anticipate? And we know say this outing is going to be peaceful and orderly.
Feel say people are not going to be in attendance, probably some man they afraid, and then at the small corner, like waiting the party the face, feel say that kind of thing they will be an impediment to the party.
People do not get afraid because security is very tight. That is why we don't solicit police clearance. We don't get the clearance from the police, and they are 100% with us. Last year they were with us also. They used their professionalism. The outing came up. In fact, the outcome of the outing was peaceful, and nobody will not get any casualty. Everybody go home, come attend the outing, and then go home peacefully. So this time around, we get maximum security.
Well, that's the organizing secretary for the APC party, Mohammed Dondondo Bangura. We will talk to Mange Mansare, but the APC peace out in Gobina Bure Beach, Saturday, December 28th.
The program na Good Morning Salon, we come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get with studio guest Thomas Mokonte from Citizens Advocacy Network. There they talk about governance issue in 2019. We don't talk on several issues them. Thomas Mokonte, as we go into 2020, what are some of the things the more you think say the governance system, or how you think say governance system for ensure prosperity and development in the nation?
Yeah, well, I feel say we government need for be more receptive to the people, and also need for open the space for make sure say everybody feel included in the process, and let state institutions them be given the free will, and let it be seen for the practice waiting they really establish them for, and let we as citizens be also patriotic, let we support where need be, and let we ask for accountability where need be, because now when once the NTS will happen, we will get a state where will actually be free for all and it will be prosperous. We will talk about the Auditor General in report, and Saptubi ask about 400 million. I just go into my archives and get certain facts here where I need for make, because we need to inform the people before we left. Now in 2015, the Auditor General in report show the sum of 165 billion unaccounted for in 2015. In 2016, it showed the sum of 75 billion unaccounted for in 2015. In 2016. In 2017, it showed 37. Then at the year we talk about use now, where you be refer to saying 400 billion, also be 400 billion. It was 37 billion where they not account for. The 400 billion now cumulative, when you take them from 2014 to 2017, where you calculate all, I make 400 billion. So not to inside 1 year the 400 billion happen. So I want let people get and clear, let we not confuse, let the public not be confused going forward. Whilst in 2018 alone, now 141 billion they're able to account for. So that's for we made clear, because we propose for the answer for educate people. I see a lot of people in the same commenting on the Facebook page. They talk about what have you. I see confusion in there. So the 400 billion where you refer to, you are correct, but the only side where you wait a call on that, not inside 1 year 400 billion loss. Now accumulated amount
administration.
An accumulated amount of 2014 to 2017. So this now I feel say this now one of the highest inside 2018. Where this country do ever account, where this country ever record. Forget such amount unaccounted for. So going forward into the 2020, I feel say then things has to be addressed, because once you have then kind of things has to occur, it gets tendency for continue for paralyze we system, because these are resources. You can just start like a businessman, you do business or you give somebody business for you. These are taxpayers' monies. People have money, the way they pay taxes, whether they pay different dues and what have you. Now they put into different ministries, parastatals and agencies for carry out their functions, for carry out their mandate to the people. And when once the people have money, they don't give people for do business with them or for carry out business, the state functions with them. At the end of the year, we need to account for it's bad business.
Okay.
So going into 2020, I feel say we need to actually look into them things there. And we also want to see how state institutions like parliament, judiciary, and the police for serve as the people's institutions. And not people away they.
So now you talk pan the dog, if I talk pan the bone, in terms of calling on government and institution them, which again for be the role of citizen. So man go just claim say I'm a patriotic citizen. But if you watch and practice the responsibility of being a citizen, and one way so many of them they fail for do. So what's advice also, or what's change also you go while let the public get as a whole?
Yeah, as citizens there we need to be patriotic. Let us put on high degree of patriotism. I see people don't be so immersed in the partisan politics, divisive politics and what have you. And I think it's going to help. And let we also able for support we government and support we leaders them for be successful. Because when the leadership is successful, now we all succeed. But when the leadership fail, we all will fail. And let we also in the cause of supporting we leaders, we for able to ask critical questions, and we leaders then also for able to get the courage for answer critical questions and for provide the space and not deny people the opportunity for be heard, and let there be rule of law, let there be respect for human life. And once that happens, I feel say we'll get a state, because mark you, if you look at the MCC compact will fail $600 million now will miss so. Now, a cumulative of a lot of things then where they look for: human rights, rule of law, economic freedom, social justice, all them things that they look for from government thing. When once we pass them things then they make una become qualified for get the compact program. We na 600 million. See, I don't miss out on that because whilst to pass in the fight against corruption with 79%, but we get low marks in there most of the areas today. Rule of law, human rights. So when once we talk most times on the issues, they are interconnected to even the economy. They are interconnected to the growth of this country. So I feel say we all get a role for play, and that is why from Citizens Advocacy Network we will continue to be consistent. We will continue to partner with government institutions, state functionaries, for see where we can able for help. But where there are challenges, we will call them out as they are.
Okay, thank you very much, Thomas Mokonte, in the executive Director, Citizens Advocacy Network. Day with me inside the program. They talk on issues, them governance issues in 2019. Day with me, we come back to you, but we still in the festive season, and people don't
exactly.
wish 98.1.
We don't appreciate
from the little corner. Don't they appreciate 98.1, and then the demonstrator in the form of card. I think we will dedicate this half of program to them now for read out their cards them and then wish them for 98.1.
The first one I will read as somebody we really appreciate 98 and remember them inside this festive season from Union Trust Bank, and the card reads say the board of directors, management and staff wish you all the very best in this festive season and much happiness and success in the year ahead.
Well, this one from me from Yakan, Youth and Child Advocacy Network Yakan. They say, hope the joy and blessing of Christmas stay with you all throughout the year. Radio Democracy 98.1.
This one from National Civil Registration Authority. The front of the card says season greetings, and inside the card, as we for wish Radio Democracy happy holidays. The card reads say wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from National Civil Registration Authority.
Okay, this one from GPM Saloon Limited. They say GPM management and staff wish you a pleasant Christmas and prosperous New Year.
Well, this other card again, done from the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, and this card, states in the front cover say Sierra Leoneously surprising season greetings, and the full message inside the card they say the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and National Tourist Board of Sierra Leone wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Merry Christmas to you all.
This one come up from AK Security Saloon. Then they provide security for 98.1. They say season's greetings from AK Security to Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And another one from me, come up from the Saloon Police, a force for good. Say season's greeting to 98.1. In fact, Saloon Police then send in 2 cards for Radio Democracy 98.1. Plenty thank you to the Saloon Police for member Radio Democracy at this moment, and especially the media department. Now one unit within the work strongly. Big one to the head of media and assistant head of media. And another one say peace. This one come up from Saloon Local Content Agency. You say the station manager and the staff of Radio Democracy 98.1 with compliment of the director and staff of Saloon Local Content Agency wishing a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2020. And this one from UNICEF. It says season's greetings and warm wishes for a joyful, health and safe 2020 from UNICEF to Radio Democracy 98.1. The last one we will take now from the Office of National Security, ONS. They wish Radio Democracy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Well, on behalf of management and staff from all the one year wishing with Christmas wishes, whether in card or in other form of way of appreciation, Radio Democracy management and staff, they wishing a whole happiest holidays and better 2020 as we approach inside a new year.
Okay, quick notice from me. Say the old Edwardians of the 90s married man versus Palampo football match. You say the old Edwardians of the 90s are coming up with their final Palampo versus married man football match for 2019 at the May Park School Grounds, King Tom. Date 28th of December 2019 at 4. All Edwardians of the 90s are requested to be on time. Trophies. Player married man versus Palampo, highest goal scorer, man of the match, Pueblo of the year.
Well,
Lava go win Pueblo of the year anyway.
Well, Lava secret. I don't think so. We go play.
Lava go win Pueblo of the year.
Okay, well now with that, this edition of the program, when I the last one for this week. Good morning, Salon. Well, if you plenty thank you to we guest, when our Thomas More Conte, Executive Director, Citizens Advocacy Network. Today will be the local governance system, and we look at different issues them all we make up of governance system, and also to we producer Musa Eskama and Mange Mansari. We get support from Mike Sambola and Alex Lawrence Koma. We don't produce a program throughout this week. Not forget to listen midday show at 12 o'clock, Salon News at 7 p.m. and waiting they be at 9 o'clock. Now Nate, till we meet again, me and to calendar say goodbye and be have a happy and responsible holidays. Tata.
And Musa Eskamara they say bye bye.